You know, I'm Challenger, I have no life, and I'm Asian, so I probably can get rank 1. Previously on Dragon Balls in My Mouth, we were at 543 LP. And then, we play a unicorn game. And you might be wondering, Pants, I thought you were a meta slave. I thought you don't play nerf champions. So what are you doing? Well, you know, her win rate didn't really go down too much. But there's a special reason why I picked her for this game, and that's because I'm with a Heimerdinger support. I mean, AD carry. So in Champions Select, I don't know, kind of seemed like I should have dodged, but we had a lot of good players on our team, and you know, this guy mains Heimerdinger, and we also have an AD carry Kindred in the jungle, so it kind of works out in late game. But anyways, yeah, Soraka plus Heimerdinger. I asked him, does his passive work with allies? And he said yes, and I insta-locked Soraka because I was like, it makes sense in my head when, you know, it's probably a really bad idea. But, I mean, as you can see, it kind of went well. He just couldn't last hit because we were being shoved into the tower, but we were getting by. So, you know, in Champion Select, I said, screw it, I really want to do this. It sounds really fun, and that is why we're here playing this game as Soraka and Heimerdinger in the bottom lane. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this is one of my best Soraka games I've ever played. Like, do you see that in the top right corner? What am I not doing? I'm not feeding, especially with a Heimerdinger bottom lane. So that's a good sign, I think. I think the only ones who were doing kind of bad was our top laner, and I'm not sure if our jungler was feeding or not, but me and this Heimerdinger, we did nothing. We got ganks and never died. But I guess that's a good thing of being carried. Now, interestingly enough, we have one person pushing top and 2 people pushing bottom, while me trying to hold off mid against 3 people, where now I get kind of divvied on, but my team, they're handling a Jace in the bot side, and I don't know what Ezreal's doing. But basically what I was trying to do is wave clear, and that didn't go so good, but my team somehow get like 2 towers, so yeah, we actually win the trade even though we're 2 people down, so good for us, somehow. Anyways, our Kindred is actually, I think, really fed here, so with me behind her, supporting her, giving her all the power that she needs, she can definitely kill the enemy, and actually re-engages. I exhaust the Jace here, just in case he might have some, you know, retarded burst. So it is better to be safe than sorry, and right here, some people are wanting to fight us. But I also know Heimerdinger is behind them, so I kind of want to bait them because it's only a 2v3. And, you know, they are interested. We get Lee Sin, then we get the Ezreal, and there are 5 people down, and we do get a clean ace. Which actually leads to a very close Baron. Now, I think I play this team fight pretty well. I mean, watch as I wait until Kindred's ult runs out, and then use all my healing on myself, because I know the enemy team is going to burst me, and so I'm just baiting him like, woo, and then I die. I also die right about here. Whoops, my bad. Then now a team fight breaks out, and this Lee Sin actually gets a really nice Q and lines me up, kind of, but I kind of also walk into him. But that's just the perks of being a super fed aggressive Soraka. Obviously, I could have used my E for like a little bit more zoning, but I don't know, it just didn't really come to my mind. Anyways, we win off that team fight, and I get some of that juicy LP. Then in the next game, I play some of that Hecarim. Oh, and by the way, this is the first game of the day. But the thing is, I don't know, with this game, I didn't really have that ranked anxiety. Like, the first match is always, I actually think it's like ranked anxiety on my first match. But then after that first match, I get into like a grindy mood where I just want to keep playing and getting some LP. I'm also a little bit less addicted to the gambling mentality. I don't play as much as I did before. That's why you kind of see more in-depth, detailed games. Instead of saying, I feed and then I win, or I lose, but then I win, but then I lose, but then I win. Instead, I do want to concentrate on these games, just because also it's a little bit, I guess more entertaining and educational for you guys to get a full recap of what actually happened. So hopefully you guys do enjoy me going a little bit in depth on these games, because well, the truth is I don't really have a lot of games to show. But yeah, I don't know, this game I kind of was popping off. My first game too, I guess, I didn't care as much, and I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of forced to jungle because that's what our champions like said to do. So if I do fuck up, whatever, I'm a support main. It doesn't really matter to me too much. But now that I see that I'm popping off, maybe I am a jungler. Maybe I truly am a decent jungler. The recent games I've been in the jungle have been, pretty good for me. There is no I feed, but then I win, or I feed, but then I lose. Oh no, so at this point in the game, Rise spilled soda on his keyboard, so we had to get a new keyboard, and we were doing like a 4v5 for about 5 minutes. But as I was saying, there was more I did good and decent than I lost than, feeding. But to fully confirm my confidence in the jungle, I have to play against other good junglers to recognize what my skill looks like, because I think I'm kind of facing average junglers. So I need to face those people who are in like 700 LP, etc. to reaffirm my confidence level in the jungle. But yeah, this game just kind of running around the map, getting kills everywhere. I can see, Hecarim being a really good duelist with Skirmisher Saber, and also since Aurelia is dead and super weak, and now this being a 4v5 situation, the enemy team is a little caught out and in a really bad situation. It doesn't matter what the hell I do, all I have to do is start a fight, and we should be able to win this little team fight and come out ahead. And also we start the Baron, but it's kind of risky because I don't have Smite for a long time. But then my team's like, no flash, so he can't go for a flash Smite steal. And as long as my team can zone him out, we can definitely keep him out of the Baron pit. I was also thinking about dodging this game because they had an OP Nunu, and it was also my first game. I'm like, I don't really think I'll do good in the jungle. Wasn't feeling that confident, but now I'm just like, maybe it was all in my head. Anyways, 3 of us are bottom, and then I see, a support brand, and there's 3 of us here, so I'm like, ooh, maybe this looks like a really juicy engage for us. But my team, doesn't really want to go behind the tower, so I basically suicided and went for an impulsive initiation, so that does delay our push. And now my team didn't really get too much with the Baron buff because they had to wait until I respond. But that's throw number 1. There's a bunch of throws we have to do before this game is lost, and we haven't got there yet, so we're still in good shape. Then I see my team initiate, so I'm like, okay, what can I find? I go for the Brand because he's really squishy, and yeah, that's it. Turn on the Aurelia because she can't really escape, so easy kills for us. And yeah, death timers are really long, so we just push it deep into their base and then make them come out of the base, and basically we win the game. And the Nexus explodes, giving us some of that juicy JLP. But in the next game, we face FAKER as a Vayne AD carry. Also, I have some mid laner from Worlds. I don't know which team he's from, but I know he's a mid laner. And as you can see here, I'm going for this little trade, and oh man, it's not really looking too good. I didn't really know the potential of what the hell was going on in this matchup. But then, oh shit, right here, the Thresh lands a good hook onto her Ezreal. I try and do what I can, but I guess Thresh's, early game power and such as Vayne's are a little stronger than our 2v2. So it is kind of my bad. Kind of. And I feel kind of sad. But FAKER's Vayne is just too good for me. And then this play, I can't believe I fucked up that flash. Just the presence of FAKER being in this game is tilting me. I can't concentrate, I can't do anything right. He's just that much better than me, and I just can't do anything against him. He's FAKER, he's the best player. He's doing everything right, I just can't do anything good against him. I'm just tilted, but for real, fuck that play. I would have definitely killed him if I stunned him because I had exhaust and he had no mana, but oh well. And then all in coming from Vayne, of course. I didn't realize that was a thing, oops. But also my other lanes, they're actually doing pretty good, I think. I honestly didn't have to do anything this game, and we still might have had a chance. But we're trying to do everything we can to get back into this game. I mean, I did kind of stop feeding. I started grouping with my team, which is really good for me. Put down wards wherever I can. Be a little support, not be a dumbass who dies all the time. But oh boy, I actually did kind of want to jungle here, but Froggen wanted to jungle because he couldn't support. So I was like, whatever. I mean, he's actually doing a good job. So no complaints, although he should have focused the Vayne with his Ice Blast plus his ultimate. Because, something like this kind of happens, and I think it could have gone better if he had focused the Vayne. But, I mean, it kind of works on the end. Kind of. Anyways, I'll tell you straight up that this Dragon Call is not, it's not even a good fight because Jace is top, the enemy team, they're stronger than us, and Jace isn't even TPing, so yeah, it's not really an ideal situation. I definitely should have pinged my team back because I knew from the start it was pretty bad, and it turns into a 4v5, so yeah, not the best idea. But I was like, maybe my team sees something. Nah, there was nothing. But hey, check this, so we're getting picks around the map when we're behind and we're just delaying the game, so that's really good for us. We do have a Malzahar for the late game, although Vayne, is a really scary champion in the late game, so we have a really big problem to deal with. And then Malz gets caught out by Twisted Fate ultimate, but I thought I could save him. Definitely not, and I just get caught out with him. But then my team sees a little opportunity to go onto this little 2v2, and there's only one person we're going to try and focus, which is the really fed FAKER. Now we do get him, Thank God. And now right here, we're just trying to get like Baron control and trying to catch out anyone. And we almost get the Twisted Fate, but he does go onto the Lantern, so he's gone. But they're also really chunked out from the Jace EQ. So my team decides, hey, let's do the Baron because we really want to force a fight. And our team does get the Thresh, but our Ezreal dies, and now we have to deal with a lot of people. Oh my god, I didn't even see the Twisted Fate coming in. You know, a lot of people like saying I like to make excuses, but this is the only excuse I'll ever make. Yeah, probably not, but if I were on Blue's side, I definitely could have seen him coming in, but since I hold down F1 to center my camera, I saw him a little bit too late, and then we just did a little panic flash. So yeah, I mean the Baron bait, it kind of went kind of good. We did trade 3 for 3. 3 for 3 is still good because it delays the game a little bit so we can catch up, but we're also getting into a late game where we have a Vayne on the enemy team, so that's not the best ideal scenario. But some of us get caught, and yeah, they actually, you know, kill 3 of us and actually get Baron off it, so we're in a very sticky situation, and some of us got picked off while they had Baron, and then we're about to back off, but then we're like, the enemy team is diving. Oh, okay, it's just Vayne, it's just Faker, and he completely gets blown up. But now the rest of the enemy team, they actually try and dive on us as well, but you know, Taric ultimate, pretty OP for these extended turret dive fights. And oh, I didn't realize there's a Hecarim actually still in our base, so I should have been a little bit more accurate on my E and maybe saved it for like, I don't know, a dive on Ezreal. Instead, I actually thought we won the team fight and there was like no more threats, but apparently not. There's a Hecarim in the base, and well, he kind of gets caught out here and he actually dies from Malzahar's aids. So now we're actually in a decent position to actually come back into this game, and all we have to do is maybe nuke Faker and like, you know, kill him before he like does damage in these team fights. But as you can see here, he's kind of baiting his teammates to go into really bad situations, and we actually get Thresh, and now we have an opportunity to actually, you know, run it down mid and siege. But a little later, my team actually finds Faker caught out in the jungle, so now he's in a sticky situation, and we're definitely going to try and go all in on him because he's like a super high priority target in these team fights. So if we can get rid of him, we can actually win these team fights. That's going to be hard though because he does have QSS, but we do have a lot of CC. So maybe we can pin him down, and we just trade 1 for 1 here. It's kind of good, but we have to still be scared of, you know, the late game Vayne. So if this gets to like 40 minutes, we're going to have some trouble. And we force a Baron here because the thing is, Jace has teleport, so he can actually back us up when he does revive, while Hecarim has to run all the way down here with no teleport, so he's going to be late to the party. But our Jace kind of suicides, and then, some people kind of went a little ham. We do get Faker, but our team just completely loses the Baron. Well, actually I live. But the team fight was like, I think played kind of poorly, because after we get the Baron, we're kind of low, and we knew Hecarim was coming, so we should definitely like just have backed off. Like here's actually a bad fight as well because Malzahar is actually not here yet, and I don't know, this team fight started off really bad for us. I have to use my ultimate here to save Nunu, and I kind of get out, but Nunu doesn't, and we're being like cut off by the Gangplank ultimate and the Gangplank barrel, so we have to retreat here. And again, 1 for 1, not bad, but as the game goes on, I think we lose. Also, Faker 2 shots our Ezreal, and no one can do anything about it. And then Jace suicides, but can't get anything out of it, so yeah. Yep, but now we have to hold down a siege coming from the top lane and at the back because I got chunked out. But then our Malzahar gets 2-shotted from Vayne, and now I'm focused on protecting our Ezreal, so I'm just spamming a bunch of my abilities. Although if I put down a pink ward, which is definitely something you have to do when you're facing a Vayne, I think this team fight would have went a little bit different, because she was like 1 shot away from being exploded, and I think Ezreal would have lived. But unfortunately, they just straight up dived my team, and yeah, we lose the game. If Vayne didn't get so fed and I played a little bit safer, this definitely could have been the game for us, but too much mistakes, and yeah, Faker gets a little bit too powerful. But in the next game, we also face Faker again, but now he's in the mid lane and not the bottom lane. Also, I play Soraka because I'm like, oh, I failed in my Taric. I failed too hard, so, you know, I just want to try this champion. It's going good, kind of. I just didn't know what to do here. You know, I guess I could have E'd myself, but there were just so many things going through my head because I had no mana at the time. I was trying to predict where Zac would E and get away from it. Unfortunately, I didn't get any spells off before the time came to my death. And then I was like looking mid to see what was going on, and then I see this and I'm like, holy shit. And then the Goon Squad comes in and oh, that was pretty surprising if you ask me. And there's one thing I should work on when I am playing support, and that is using my exhaust on a tank who is using all of his burst at the moment, because, you know, in this scenario, I think Jhin could have lived, but I exhausted a little bit too late and I didn't realize that Poppy could do so much damage. But yeah, if Jhin lived for a little bit longer, he definitely could have got maybe 2 kills. We still both would have died, but I think me and Jhin could have done some big things if I exhausted the Poppy at the beginning when she first initiated. And here our jungler does a sneak attack onto the enemy team, and now we're just like duking it out. We also have a Twisted Fate to back us up. Me being in the front line, being super aggressive with my Soraka. Ooh, that's not good. But now, this play. Okay. So right here, you can see Zach has a bunch of blobs, and I'm like, should I use my Q? I don't want to KS it. Oh, but apparently I should have, because he actually revives very quickly and no one can finish him off. And then Faker comes from mid lane to downtown to clean us up. So wow, I guess I should have used my Q to actually damage the Zac so we could have got a kill out of it. And I learned a valuable lesson here. Even if you're playing support, even if you're playing jungle, always try and go for that kill in very tight situations, unless it's like, you know, the guy is going to be 100% dead. He has no way out of it. But otherwise, I would just 100% try and KS. Okay, well, not kill steal, but KS can also stand for kill secured if I can in those tight situations. Anyways, I also learned today that Faker is just too good and you can't win against him because he's the best player in the world, and you'll never beat him if you're against him, because in the mid lane he just shit on everyone here, and as an AD carry, well, that game I think I could have won if I landed that stun when I had one death and tried to all in him, but I just made a little mistake, and yeah. Definitely, I don't know. There's a lot of pressure when you face him, you know? And the pressure kind of gets to you. I'm not gonna lie, when I'm facing against him, I really want to kill him. Because, you know, whenever you face, like, your favorite streamer or whatever, you always want to kill them. Yeah, I have that too, but only against Korean players. It's always fun to kill people who you look up to. Sounds kind of bad in real life, but I guess it would have been a little bit better if I were playing in the jungle, I guess. And it would definitely be more satisfying if I solo killed him. Anyways, we lose some LP, and we finish off at this amount of LP, which is going to place us at this rank at the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, but on the next episode of Dragon Balls in My Mouth, we face Ruler in the bot lane, and I also forget to buy my items. So let's see how this game goes, because I have no items for a majority of the laning phase, as I'm trying to fix something in my settings. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I am Panzer Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.